football. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Alright, so I wanted to give my little thoughts on a fight coming up next month, August the 26th. Y'all can say the date. It is a bit, to me, because Tyson Fury's on this bullshit with Francis Ngannou, you know, this for all intents and purposes is the biggest fight in the heavyweight division for boxing, not circus acts, but boxing. And y'all can say the date. It'll be August the 26th out in Poland, Wrocław, Poland of all places. So hey, shout out to, if we got any Polskas, if we got any Polish people watching the video, shout out to you guys out in Poland. But yeah, Oleksandr Usyk will be defending his unified heavyweight championship of the world against none other than the hard-hitting, upstart, dangerous contender Daniel Dubois. Now, very interesting fight, I feel, because first and foremost, it's just good to see Usyk back in the ring. You know, we're in an age in boxing, ladies and gentlemen, where a lot of fighters, they have great power, but they don't quite understand, and their teams don't quite understand, and the promoters don't quite understand that with great power comes great responsibility. That you gotta really do what you can to be in the public eye, to be in the ring, to keep the momentum of the fighter going. And I feel like, you know, for Usyk, who hasn't fought since last August, it's gonna be a year by the time he gets to just over a year when he gets back in the ring with Daniel Dubois. It's just good to see him back in the ring, you know, even if it's not against Fury. But he goes into this fight as a heavy favorite. Style-wise, you look at the style matchup, you know, Usyk's a southpaw, athletic, elite footwork, underrated power, not a concussive one-punch knockout artist like maybe like a Dubois, but the kind of guy that, you know, with angles and precision and footwork can really frustrate you and mentally get you defeated very early on in the fight. So when you look at Daniel Dubois and you look at what's been happening in his career over the last couple of years, you know, a couple of years ago he lost to Joe Joyce, but he comes into this fight on a 4-fight winning streak, all knockouts, you know, and he's beaten some decent, you know, okay, you know, second, third-rate contenders in the heavyweight division, guys like Bogdan Dinu, Trevor Bryan, and most notably he had the great fight with Kevin Lorena. So Dubois is interesting, right? Because you look at him, he's 6'5", he's got a 78-inch reach. Size-wise, he is significantly the bigger fighter than Usyk. But my question for Dubois is, for all that size, number one, can he impose the size on Usyk? And number two, does he have the gas tank to really, you know, hang with Usyk? Because if this fight goes past the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th round into them championship rounds, does Dubois have the gas tank to still throw at bad intentions down the stretch? Because that's when Usyk's a 12-round fighter, and if Dubois is not, you know, fit for the task down the stretch, he's gonna get severely beat up, and that's just how I feel. But it's a unique chance for him, because while all the attention is on Fury because of the whole Ngannou circus, all the attention really is more so on AJ versus White, because AJ is still the golden boy of British boxing. I think Dubois has a chance to really flip this division on its head. And another dynamic going into the fight is that I believe this will be Dubois' first fight away from Shane McGuigan. For those that know and for those that don't know, Dubois did switch trainers. He left McGuigan, and he recently hooked up with Don Charles. Now, I thought it was an interesting appointment of a trainer from Dubois, because, you know, I don't know a ton about Don Charles, and probably as far as probably the British content creators, but from the little bit I do know about Don Charles is I know he trained Derek Chisora for some fights back in the day, and Derek Chisora lost like all those big fights. And going back and like listening to his instructions, and then like going back and watching some of the more recent interviews that have come out about Dubois, I don't know if he's the guy for the job. I don't know if he's gonna give Dubois the best chance to win. But again, we'll see on fight night. You know, that's why they fight the fights. But Don Charles, very philosophical guy, but didn't really hear a whole lot in terms of X's and O's or how he's going to improve Dubois. And based on past history, there's no reason to there's no reason to feel like I'm going to see Dubois get better. But we'll see. I think it's a good fight. I like Daniel Dubois. I think this is a great chance for him to maybe rewrite some of the wrongs early in his career, because earlier in his career, when he fought, what's his name, Joe Joyce, and that eye got closed, you know, and he quit for all intents and purposes. A lot of people question the heart of Dubois. They question a lot of things. So you always like to see a fighter rebuild themselves and get the chance to rewrite their wrongs, and he's getting the chance to do that in grand fashion. Usyk needs to win this fight, and he needs to win it in impressive fashion, because a loss to Dubois here would be catastrophic for heavyweight boxing. Or I should say, a loss to Dubois, I should say. It'd be catastrophic for the division, because the division's already not moving. If Dubois wins, he'll probably get a Fury fight quicker, because Fury will see it as easier pickings. But it's not a fight I think Dubois will win, to be honest. So, I don't know. We're going to wait and see what happens. But, you know, I think from the first 4 to 5 rounds, Usyk's going to have to be on his P's and Q's to not get caught. Dubois is 25. He's still young, but he's got 20 pro fights under his belt. Usyk is 36. The thing you got to be looking for from Usyk is he's at an advanced stage now. He's been in some tough fights. Are the legs still going to be what they were even a year ago or even 2 years ago? Because he's at that stage of his career where fight by fight, his legs could maybe not be what they used to. He could lose a step or 2 steps. And losing a step or 2 steps could be deadly for Usyk in this fight. But I think it's a fight that's pretty straightforward. Sometimes you look at fights on paper and they are what they seem. I think Dubois will present a dangerous challenge for a couple rounds, but the skills, the footwork, the stamina, the smarts, the IQ, and the sneaky power of Usyk, I think will really be enough for Dubois. I mean, if you look at the Kevin Lerena fight, Kevin Lerena was a shorter southpaw. He was able to put Dubois on his ass, you know, multiple times. In fact, 3 times in the first round. So I don't want to play triangle theory, but if a southpaw like that could do that to Dubois, I feel like Usyk will have more than enough to do something along the same lines and actually put the exclamation point on the job. So should be a good fight, but Usyk should win handily. But looking forward to it. At least Dubois gets his shot at the titles. He's been waiting for a while. Usyk is gonna be active again, and this knocks one mandatory out the way, because if and this is great for me, because if Usyk doesn't get the Fury fight, the clock is ticking, and he's gonna have to eventually see my guy Filip Hrgović, the most ducked, feared, and avoided heavyweight in the world. The guy that's so ducked and feared, Zhang don't even want to rematch him to avenge his loss. But that's another topic for another video. But Usyk Dubois, August the 26th, Warclaw, Poland. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. What kind of chance do you give Dubois? And yeah, like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.